My name is Evelyn Whitaker. I'm 70 years old now, but this story begins when I was 67, living on the same 42-acre family farm in rural Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, that my grandfather homesteaded in 1923. The land had been in our family for 4 generations. It wasn't just dirt and fences to me, it was memories. My late husband Robert and I raised our only daughter, Sarah, there. We planted corn in the east field every spring, harvested apples from the orchard Robert's father grafted himself, and watched fireflies dance over the pond on summer evenings. When Robert passed from cancer 8 years ago, the farm became my anchor. I managed it with help from a part-time handyman named Miguel, and I still tended the vegetable garden myself because pulling weeds kept my hands busy and my mind from wandering too far into loneliness. Sarah was 38 when all this started. She had moved to Philadelphia right after college, married a man named Derek Langford, and built what looked from the outside like a perfect life. Derek was 42, handsome in that polished way city men can be, expensive suits, perfect teeth, always talking about disruptive opportunities and scaling verticals. He worked in commercial real estate development, flipping office buildings and luxury condos. Sarah worked in marketing for a big pharmaceutical company. They had no children, lived in a sleek townhouse in Rittenhouse Square, and posted photos of European vacations on Instagram that made my old rotary phone look like a museum piece. At first, Derek was polite enough. He'd come for Thanksgiving, compliment the stuffing, ask about crop prices like he actually cared. But over the years, the mask slipped. He'd make little comments. "This place is charming, Evelyn, but imagine what prime development land like this could become." Or, "You must get lonely out here all by yourself. Ever think about downsizing?" I laughed them off. Sarah would shoot him looks, but she never corrected him. Then the developer boom hit Lancaster County hard. A new highway extension was approved, and suddenly, farmland near major routes was worth millions. Appraisers started showing up unannounced, leaving business cards. One estimated the farm at $4.2 million if subdivided for a mixed-use project: condos, retail, a strip mall. I turned them all away. This wasn't about money. This was home. Derek's attitude changed overnight. He began visiting more often, always with ideas. He'd bring glossy brochures from his firm showing successful senior transitions to assisted living communities. "Mom," he'd say. He started calling me Mom early on, which always felt forced. "Sarah and I worry about you out here alone. What if you fall? What if the heating bill gets too high? We could sell this place, set you up somewhere safe, and you'd never have to worry about a thing again." Sarah stayed quiet during these conversations. She'd nod, look at her phone, change the subject. I could see the conflict in her eyes, but she never spoke up for me. One Sunday in early spring, they arrived unannounced. Derek carried a thick folder. "We had the farm appraised again," he said, casually, spreading papers on my kitchen table. "Current market value is $4.8 million. After taxes and fees, you'd clear about $3.7 million net. That's life-changing money, Evelyn. You could travel, buy a nice condo in the city near us, live comfortably." I looked at Sarah. "Is this what you want, honey?" She hesitated. "It's practical, Mom. Derek's right. You're not getting any older." I felt something cold settle in my chest. This farm is my life, your father's life, your grandparents'. I'm not selling. Derek's smile tightened. "We understand sentimentality, but let's be realistic. You're sitting on a gold mine while living like it's still 1950. Sarah deserves a piece of that security, too. We're family." Later that night, after they left, I couldn't sleep. I went to the barn, sat on an old hay bale, and cried for the first time since Robert's funeral. That's when I overheard them. They'd left their rental car running in the driveway to warm it up. The windows were cracked. Derek's voice carried on the still night air. She's being stubborn as hell. We need to push harder. Sarah's voice was softer. I don't know, Derek. She loves this place. Come on, babe. She's the old cash cow. Once we get her to sign over power of attorney or convince a doctor she's not competent, we can force the sale. The commission alone would set us up for years. Think about it. No more scraping by on your salary and my bonuses. We'd be set. There was a long pause. Sarah said quietly, I hate when you call her that. But it's true, isn't it? She's hoarding millions while we're drowning in mortgage payments and car loans. We're doing her a favor. She'll thank us later when she's in a nice facility with bingo nights and someone to change her diapers. I stood frozen in the shadows of the barn door. My daughter didn't defend me. She just sighed and said, Let's go. We'll talk about it tomorrow. They drove away. I went back inside, locked every door,